opens. I have a short sequence to help ease the tension in your shoulders, neck, and upper back. We're going to get started today in a seated position, crossing the legs one in front of the other. If that's not working for you, you can kneel, you can sit on a block or a pillow. Let's bring the right leg in front. Make this a nice wide knee seat called Easy Pose. And from here, I want you to just drop your hands down to the ground. Inhale, lift your head all the way to the ceiling. Stay rooted in your sitting bones. Take a big exhale. Take another breath in. Maybe close your eyes. Draw the breath through your nose. Open the mouth. Exhale and sigh. One more breath here. Getting grounded, getting centered. Nice deep exhale. Feel your body soften. From here, we're going to inhale both arms all the way to the sky. Reach up, lengthen your side body, stretch everything out. And as you exhale, bring your fingertips to your shoulders, the heads of the shoulders. Let that, just that little touch help soften them down, and you can bring your elbows down. Take a breath in. And on the exhale, you're going to draw those elbow points towards each other. Whether they touch or not does not matter. You're going to feel the back open up here. Pause. Take another breath in. Start to lift the elbows up, drawing giant circles around and open them up. Draw them to the back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together as you bring them back down. We'll do that again. So inhale, bring those elbow points towards each other. Pause. And then slowly lift them up a little higher, all the way up. Giant circle, leading with the elbow points. Take them to the back, squeeze the shoulder blades to the back, and bring those elbow points back down. Release the hands down to the ground. And from here, extend your legs out. Give them a little shake out. Wiggle your feet back and forth. And then bend your knees a little bit. Sit up tall again. So stacking shoulders over hips, head over shoulders. Inhale, both arms up. And as you exhale, bring the hands down towards the shins, or maybe lift the toes and reach for the toes, but be aware of whether you're actually rounding. This is about stacking the head, the neck, the shoulders. So find that nice long spine, and you can either hold on to the shins and lift up, or hold on to the feet or the toes and lift up. Feel the length as the shoulders drop. Take that full breath in through your nose. And exhale, soften the shoulders. One more breath, and if you've got the room to extend your legs, feel free to do that. Inhale, lift. And exhale, soften. Release your hands. You're going to cross the opposite leg in front, so left leg in front. Come back to that seated posture. Again, you're welcome to sit on a pillow or a block. And from here, inhale, both arms up. Feel that big stretch in the side body. Narrow the waist, lengthen through the fingertips, and exhale. Bring both hands all the way back. Feel the shoulder blades squeeze together. From here, drop your chin to your chest. Open the back of the neck. Lean the right ear over towards the right shoulder. Already you might be feeling a stretch in that neck. If that's enough for you, you're just going to stay here and breathe. If you'd like a little bit more, you're slowly going to lift that left hand off the ground, fingers continuing to reach their length. And then you're going to slowly lift the fingertips towards the ceiling, pushing through the heel of the hand. So this will take it right down into the wrist, into the fingers. Maybe you go higher, maybe not. If you come up and you're like, oh, that's not for me, you can lower the arm and you might feel a little more intensity as you go down. Find that sweet spot. Take another breath. And exhale, bring the hand gently to the ground. Drop the chin to the chest and pause here. Take a deep breath. Notice the left side to the right side. Now take the ear over to the left shoulder. Right hand is walking back, both hands squeezing those shoulder blades behind you. And you might pause and see how it feels. And if you want that extra bit, you're going to slowly lift the left hand. Keep reaching through the fingertips as you lift it up. And then start to turn the fingertips towards the ceiling, pushing the heel of the hand out. Stay or lift even up to shoulder height. Each side's going to be a little different. Take your breath here. Maybe start to lower down and see if you missed that sweet spot. And then lower the hand all the way down slowly. Touch down, bring the chin back to center. Slowly roll the head up. Inhale, both arms up. And exhale them down by your sides. Take the legs out in front again. Wiggle the feet out, shake them out. Bend the knees. Inhale the left arm up. We're just going to take a little twist to the right. And then drop that hand across that right leg, just to get into the low back. We will hit every part of the body, but just briefly in some areas. And then bring that hand and come back to center. Inhale the right arm up. Turn through the waist first, using the abdominal muscles. And exhale, drop the hand across the leg. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale here. And then bring it back to center. Let's sweep our legs around to one side and come on into a tabletop position. So hands under shoulders, knees under hips. And rather than have your knees too close, it's better to have them back farther. Hands down. And we're going to drop into cow pose, so the belly drops and the gaze lifts. Press the knees down, try to pull the knees apart. That'll broaden that low back. And we're going to take the barrel roll cat-cow. So you're going to shift your body over to the right. And then scoop the belly in from there, round through center, over to the left, and drop back into that cow pose. As you do this, you can make it a little quicker or slower. Let the shoulders get involved. And really walk them forward and back and move them around as you roll from side to side. Next time you're back through center, lift the gaze in cow pose. And then take it over to the left. Exhale, round through cat. Let the head drop, let the shoulders move. Elbows can bend. Make this your own little bit of movement that feels right to your body, maybe coming forward or backwards. Coming back into that cow pose, in center, lift the heart. Exhale, neutral spine. Walk the hands out a little bit farther. And then shift the legs so they're nice and long from the knees and roll all the way down for our Sphinx Pose. Tops of the feet to the ground. Engage the upper legs. Squeeze the thighs. And then lift the heart here and turn and look over the right shoulder. Inhale to center. Look over the left shoulder with the exhale. And do that one more time. Take your time. Feel the rotation coming from the neck and the shoulders. All the way back through center. Look the other way. Come on back to center. Lower all the way down. Hands by ribs. Press back up. From here, we're going to walk our hands back out. Lower the forearms to the ground. Press the forearms down, press the hands down, and try not to move the arms. They're going to stay anchored, so really firmly press them down, tuck the toes. And we're going to float the knees up and the hips up for our Dolphin Pose. You can walk your feet in as much as you'd like, or you can keep this almost like a forearm plank. Let your head hang here. This is a great way to just relax the neck. Shake the head out. So if this isn't working for you, you can always come into a forearm tabletop position. Allow your body to breathe here. And then lower the knees. We're going to slide back to child's pose, but keep the arms exactly where they are. The elbows might come up. And then exhale, round into cat pose, tuck the toes again and lift the hips for dolphin. Dolphin is great for the shoulders. It's like a down dog on the forearms. And then knees come down. I want you to lead with the tail like you're going through cow pose to sit back. And your hips aren't going to get all the way to child's pose because our arms aren't moving. Inhale, round up one more time. Exhale, lift the hips to dolphin pose. Take a breath. Exhale, knees down. Lead with the tail like you're going through cow. Sit back. And this time allow your arms to come all the way back and your knees to go wider for your classic child's pose. You can put a block underneath your head if you'd like. From here, bend your elbows and bring the palms towards each other. Let the palms touch. If you can, you're going to walk your elbow points closer to each other so they're lined up with their shoulders. Drop your head. And then I want you to start to pull the palms away from each other so only the finger pads are touching like spider fingers. As you anchor the elbows down and pull the hands apart, you're going to feel a little pull in the back of the shoulders. A little strength work there. Take a big breath into your upper back. And exhale, release down. Lift back up. Take your hands a little bit wider. Tuck your toes under. We're going to come right into downward facing dog. Lift the knees, lift the hips. Go ahead, pedal one heel at a time into the ground, letting the head hang, giving it a nice big shake, loosening the neck. And then hold your downward dog with stillness and breath, inhaling, reaching through the fingertips, exhaling, pulling through the sitting bones. We'll take a little walk, feet to the top of your mat. From here, hold your elbows, soften your knees, let your body drape over the legs and sway side to side. Again, being super aware of looseness in the neck and the shoulders. And then come back to center, let your arms hang. We'll take halfway lift, so hands to thighs. And inhale, lift the chest so it's parallel to the ground. See if you can take the bend out of the elbows. This gives your back some nice length. Exhale, fold in. We're going to roll our way up, letting the arms and the head be really heavy. Coming all the way up, shoulders come up to ears, and then exhale them down the back. From here, inhale, both arms up. Interlace the fingers and turn the palms to the sky. Now, root down through the feet, stretch up. Think about the heels of the hands being the end of the arms. So you've got as much length as possible. Squeeze your thighs. And then exhale, hands come down. Bring your hands to your hips, fold over halfway. Pause here, pushing the booty back. And then all the way over. Let your head hang again. Halfway lift, hands to thighs, stretch the heart forward. And exhale, fold in. Step the right foot way back. Stack the front knee over the front ankle or pull it back away from the toes, not over the toes to start here. Make sure your feet are separated widthwise to the long edges of your mat rather than in line with each other. Press into the feet. And then you can use your thigh as a stepping stone or reach all the way up. Inhale, extend up, strong back leg. Exhale, bring the hands down and clasp them behind your back. Interlace the fingers, roll the shoulder heads back to lift the heart up. And then drop into that back knee. Bend it a little bit, lift, and maybe lift your gaze. And on the exhale, you're just going to straighten the back leg and start to hinge forward with the heart leading. Nice long spine, heel to top of the head. Exhale, bring hands to the ground. And then take your hands inside your front leg. You're gonna lift the front knee straight and turn all 10 toes to the right edge of your mat. You might need to line your toes up with each other. And exhale, fold into this wide forward fold. Legs are outstretched. Maybe the knees are bent. Every time we forward fold, take an opportunity to let your head hang, shake it out, release shoulders and tension. Gravity does the work for you here. Big breath out. And then if you have your block handy, you're going to bring your hands to your block and lift halfway up. You can set the block higher if you'd like. We're going to leave the right hand on the block and take the left hand to the sky. Push down to lift up. And then exhale, bring that hand to the ground. Right hand lifts up, left hand pushes down, finding that rotation through the spine. And exhale, release down. Walking your hands over towards the back foot and turn the back foot towards the end of the mat. Lift the front heel. Now we are facing the back edge of our mat. Frame the foot with your hands. They're on either side. And the front foot, the original front foot is now your back foot. Make sure your feet are separated enough so you're stable. Press down, and then option to use that thigh or rise all the way up. Reaching to the sky, strong back leg, push through the back heel. The back leg is straight to start. Exhale, hands behind the back. See if you can remember which hand you normally clasp. Put the other hand on top. Roll the shoulders back to lift the heart. Bend the back knee. Maybe take your gaze up. Take a breath. And then straighten the back leg with that long spine. Exhale, hinge over the front leg. Release the hands. Bring the hands inside that front foot. Coming back to that wide forward fold. Line your feet back up. It takes a little wiggling around. Exhale, drop in. And then inhale, lift halfway up again. We're going to bend that back knee, the right knee. Lean into it, a lateral lunge. And then walk over to the left leg, your front leg. And lean into it. So you can take your block with you. And you're going to shift from side to side. Your block is support. If you don't need the block, you can use your hands on the ground. It's a great way to get into the hips. Go one more time to each side. Ending with that front leg bent, your original front leg, your left leg. And then turn those left toes to the top of the mat. Lift the back heel, come into that lunge position. Step back to your plank pose. So hands are hot, arms are long, hands are strong, legs are strong. And then right away, once you've got the length, if you prefer knees down, go right ahead. Take a breath. And then choose knees down or elbows back and lower in one long line. Tops of the feet to the ground. Keep your hands where they are. Shoulders roll back, tuck the chin, peel the heart off the ground. So if you prefer Sphinx Pose, take your arms forward again. Forearms down. Exhale, roll down. Push back to Child's Pose. Tuck the toes. And lift the hips to downward facing dog. Take a breath here in your down dog. Nice deep exhale. Anchor through the hands and then put the weight in your left foot. We're going to inhale, lift the right leg to the sky. Exhale, bend the knee and bring the knee towards the chest. So little plank pose on one leg, rounded cat back. Inhale the leg all the way up. And exhale it down. We'll take the left leg. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, bring that knee towards the chest, round like a cat. Inhale, take the leg to the sky. And exhale, bring it down. Take another breath in your down dog. And walk your feet towards your hands. Parallel your feet. Slide hands up the thighs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold in. And then you can roll your way up, soft knees, heavy head and arms, shoulders lift at the top and roll down the back. Inhale, reach the arms up. You're going to clasp that opposite hand again, the awkward one. Turn the palms up. Straighten the arms, press the feet down, lift and lengthen. And then exhale, release the hands. Hands to hips, fold halfway over. Push the hips back, a little bend in the knees, almost chair pose. Exhale, fold, lift the hips high. Halfway lift, inhale, chest up, arms long. Exhale, fold. We'll step the right foot back again, all the way back, wiggle it back as far as you can, and drop the back knee. So your choice to keep the back toes turned under or flatten the back foot. Press into the front foot for stability. Inhale, lift both arms up. Take the hands, interlace your regular side and turn the palms up. Now sit back, push the hips forward, push the heels of the hands up. A little bit like camel pose, getting our back bend in. Exhale, bring the hands down. From here, you're going to circle that left arm up with the palm facing in towards your torso, towards your head, and the right hand is down, palm facing in towards your body. Make a fist with both hands. Slide the bottom hand behind your back with the back of the hand on your back. Elbow comes in close, and then turn that top hand palm back, and fist comes to the upper back. Now try to pull the fists towards each other. And as you do that, you're going to sink into your legs here, getting a different stretch in the legs. Point the elbows in opposite directions. Really work fists towards each other. Take a breath. And exhale, reach up. Let it go. Tuck the back toes under. Lift the back knee. And we're going to turn to that right edge of your mat again. You may need to line your feet up one more time. And then find that big forward fold, draping over, letting everything hang out for a breath. And then lift up halfway again. You're welcome to use your block. If you're using your block, you're going to take it over to the right foot with the right hand, opposite hand. Put the hand on the block. Take the left arm and lift it up. So now we're getting a little different rotation than we did with the arm in center. Breathe here, push down, reach up, and then exhale, bring it down. Slide that block with the left hand over to the right foot, hand on the block, and right arm is going to the sky. We're getting a little deeper twist in the spine, push down and lift up. And exhale, back to center. Let it all hang here. Take a nice soft breath. Big exhale. Lift up halfway. Turn those right toes to the back end of your mat. Like we did earlier, walk your hands around. Lift the back heel. Toes all point the back edge of your mat. Lower the back knee. Toes flat or turned under. And then inhale, both arms up. Find the awkward interlacing. Turn the palms up. Heels of the hands press up. And this is where we get that lean back. The left hip pushing forward. Push into the right foot for stability. Lean back, lift your heart. And exhale, let it go. Right arm is going to come back up. Both hands facing in towards the body. Make fists. Lower hand, left hand's going to slide behind you, back of the hand to the upper back or wherever it gets to, and the top hand, turn the palm in towards your back. Reach those fists towards each other, and now shift forward and let the hips sink towards the ground. Squeeze the arms, release the hips, take a big breath, and on the exhale, release everything up and then back down to the ground. Tuck back toes under, lift the back knee, hands come inside that back foot. So you're facing the same side as the mat as you were. Turn all 10 toes towards that right edge of your mat, and exhale, fold in. We're going to take that same lateral lunge. You're going to rock towards the back foot. And this time, if you want to get a little bit deeper, maybe you lift the front toes. And you can always use the block and stay high. Or you can drop in deeper. Take about 3 in each direction, moving with your breath, getting into the hips. And finish on that top end of your mat, the same edge you've been starting with. Walk your hands around. Come back to framing the front foot. Step back to your plank pose. Last time for our plank pose. Thighs are strong. Upper back has a slight cat back. So you're really lifting into that upper back area. Take a breath. And then you choose knees to roll down or elbow points back, and exhale, lower all the way down. Tops of the feet to the ground. Turn your right cheek to the ground. And take your hands to your low back. Anchor through your thighs and the tops of the feet. From here, we're going to lift just the upper body off the ground and turn the gaze forward. Take your left hand and bring it to a salute. And then take it back and turn the left cheek to the ground, opposite cheek. Inhale, lift the upper body, turn that right hand around to a salute as you gaze forward. And exhale, hand goes back, right cheek to the ground. Just 2 more of these, upper back strengthening. Inhale, lift. Left hand comes around. If you get confused, don't worry about it. Exhale, hand back, cheek down. Last one. Inhale, lift. Arm comes around. Some shoulder mobility work. And exhale, you're ending on that same cheek you started on. Bring your hands by your sides. Take a breath. Then lift up and turn the left cheek to the ground. Take a breath. You can even rock your hips side to side if you'd like. Come back to center with your gaze down. Hands by ribs. Push back. Child's pose. Hips to heels. Head drops towards the ground. Big breath into the back. You can let these shoulders soften, elbows drop. We'll take one more stretch for our shoulders. Inhale to tabletop. Take your hands a little farther forward and a little wider. And then your knees can actually come a little wider too, just ever so slightly. We'll take that right arm, reach it up, turn and look up. And exhale, thread it under the left arm. Maybe forearm, maybe back of the upper arm, maybe the shoulder drops down. Take the left arm, stretch it out long, threading the needle, great for a shoulder stretch. Take a breath. Exhale deeply. One more breath here. Slide that left hand back in. Rise back up. You're going to stretch the right arm all the way up again. And then bring it down. So if you need any adjustments in where your legs are placed, go ahead and make that movement. And then we'll take the left arm up. And exhale, thread it under the right. Coming forearm, maybe upper arm, maybe shoulder, maybe cheek to the ground. Stretch the right arm out as you like. Taking 2 very aware breaths here, full and deep. And then slide that right hand in, slide the left arm out, reset. You're going to crisscross, or you're going to sweep your legs around to one side, bring them around to the front. All the way out, nice and long, maybe a little knee bend. Inhale like we started, all the way up. Exhale, reach for shins, toes, or maybe just under the knees. find the length in the upper back. You're pushing feet into hands or pushing legs into hands and feeling the length from the arms so you can pull away from that. Maybe you can straighten your legs. And then from here, lift your hands off your legs. Keep reaching, scoop your belly in, and you're going to roll all the way down to your back. Bending your knees here, take your arms into a big T shape. And we're going to drop our knees over to our left side, stacking them if you like. They can be in a staggered position. And you're going to take your right arm with the palm up. You're just going to turn the hand so it's above the elbow, making what we call a 90-degree bend or a cactus arm. Right shoulder staying on the ground. Doesn't matter if your knees touch. If you want a little help, you can take the left hand to your knees, drop them down a little more. That'll open up the low back. But that arm movement, that's great for the shoulder. Your gaze can be up. Your gaze could be to the right, whatever feels good on your neck. Feel the breath into the right side, all the way through the shoulder, the underarm, down the arm. Release the hand on the legs. Draw the knees back up, straighten the right arm out. Set your feet to the ground, give your hips a little lift, and square them with your shoulders. Open your arms back up. And this time, exhale your knees to the right. And you can bring knees up higher or leave them across from your hips, whatever you like. And then take that left arm, bend it at 90 degrees. Elbow across from the shoulder if you can. Wrist above the elbow. Back of the hand to the ground. Opening the front of the shoulder. And then maybe the hand on the knees to give you a little assist in the twist. Let your gaze go wherever it feels good on your neck. Nice deep breath in and out. And then slowly release the hand off the knees. Knees come back up. Set your feet to the ground. Lift your hips and square them with your shoulders. Release your arms. Give your knees a little hug and rock side to side. And then roll on over to one side. Push your way back up to a seated posture. If you prefer Shavasana on your back, and that's what's for you today, go ahead and stay there. You've got a few minutes. Take as much time as you like. Otherwise, come to a seated posture and ending like we started. Make that an easy pose where the legs are not stacked. You're feeling more comfortable. Take a nice deep breath in through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Maybe close your eyes for this one. Inhale through your nose. Feel the torso extend. Exhale through your mouth. Feel your shoulders, your neck soften. And one more breath here. Staying here as long as you'd like, whether you're in Shavasana or whether you're seated. Take your time. And when you're ready, inhale the arms up and exhale to your heart. Send a little gratitude to yourself for practicing today. Namaste.